EscalanteXD Iceborne Part 2. Now this time I'm not going to be running in here blind like I was last time. Although I didn't get a lot of stuff done, as you can see there's a little bit, which is another thing that I've noticed that was new with the Iceborne update. Like I said, I don't know what exactly isn't with Iceborne, because I've pretty much for you guys just the beginning of it. We went through a lot of cutscenes together last time. This time I'm going to just talk about what I've noticed, and I'm going to do a little expedition so you guys can actually see the new little ice world that we're in. It's called Hoarfrost. I mean, I'm not saying whore as in derogatory. It's H-O-A-R Frost. So basically I'm going to explore a little bit of Hoarfrost with you guys, and you can see all the details that come with it. You do know that Iceborne is already an ice realm where there's a lot of snow and stuff, so it's a different element altogether. You won't see nearly as many cutscenes in this one because I'm just going to be explaining what exactly comes with this new expansion. A lot of people, like I said before, were basically unimpressed by it. I actually am pretty impressed by it. They added quite a bit of stuff to it. New versions of the old monsters, which are extremely hard. Yesterday, after the broadcast, I decided to play a little bit more to find out what exactly that entails. And there's... Alright, so there is a high chance that you will never see Hoarfrost until you beat the game. You will not see a single bit of it. From what I see, you actually have to beat the game first, and then you also have to have the right equipment to even step foot into that realm. And I'm not saying that's a requirement. You really just need to do that because the difficulty is so hard. The last fight that I did was with a alteration of Tobi Kadachi, which is this little electric ferret-looking thing that just runs around with a reptile face. And now the version that I played, the harder version, was a poison type, and he shot out poison needles out of his tail. It was awful. I basically went through so much antidotes that, I mean, you could look at my inventory. I am low on antidote, like extremely low. He basically took my resources for their money. Like, he ate them up. It was awful. I could not believe how many antidotes I had to go through, and then even after I died I had to go back to my chest and actually make some more just so I can finish that quest off. It was really hard. The new quest, as you can see, I'm still in the O-Town of Astera. The new monsters are actually in both Hoarfrost and in the actual other monster world. Trying to remember the name of it. Sorry guys, I'm a little stumbly. I just got done streaming on Twitch. If you want to look at that, go ahead and look at it. My Twitch name is EscalanteX, so check it out. I'll put some more in the description below later on, but you know, look forward to that. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of Borderlands playing. I haven't posted anything but Borderlands as far as live streams are concerned, but it's definitely an interesting thing, and I go into detail about other games as well. I don't just talk about Borderlands. So here, actually, let's start off with the changes that I've noticed before I go on to this heartfelt expedition of nearly getting killed repeatedly over and over again, which, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably die. It's that hard. The difficulty range is way higher, and I understand now why they call it Master Rank. There are 3 tiers now instead of 2. If you played the original Monster Hunter world, when you forged equipment, you noticed, and I'll just pick my usual switch axe. Actually, let's go armor. That's the best way to show it. There was only low rank equipment, high rank equipment, and now there's master rank. And as you can see, it's a different variation altogether, and they have a plus sign instead of the regular alpha and beta signs that are on the high ranks. Plus sign meaning that it's a lot more sturdier. As you can see right here, the defense is a lot higher. It's almost stunningly higher as far as the starter ups. I'm afraid to even look at what the other ones are. Like, these are just the higher stuff right here, Clockwork, which requires Steam tickets on, you know, I'll go into that when I actually start doing walkthroughs on this game. But as far as you can tell, look at all the stuff. It starts off at 116 and it goes higher. When you go and you try to do your regular high rank, and I'm talking about even the low ones, look, the difference. Your bone armor A alpha A on master rank starts off at 114. Your bone alpha on just high rank is 36. So you can see that there is a massive difference in defense, and you're going to need it. You're definitely going to need the defense in this game. It is insanity how much power these monsters hit. I can't even reach the tip of the iceberg of how much problems I had with lower rank monsters on master rank. So definitely you want to be prepared. You want to wear your best equipment when you start off of it. This is going to be basically a complete start over from what you started before. I'm not kidding, guys. It is difficult. The monsters hit way harder than they did before, and I'm talking about way harder. And just to show you a comparison, my highest rank armor, not these are just regular quest ones. I'm gonna go with my Xenojiva alone. Starts off at a 72 before I start upgrading it. Alright, we're talking about these monsters are hitting way harder. Way harder. You're going to need this defense. I promise you. And you're going to want to basically fight the monsters over and over again so you can get the equipment. I got some of the items, but I don't think I have nearly enough to actually make a full set yet. I haven't tried it. Like I said, I've been doing Borderlands. I did play a little bit more on this, so it's insane. I'll probably start doing the part 3s and 4s later on. I actually do want to get into some other games as well with you guys. I don't want to use the same content over and over, but do expect part 3 and 4s for every game to come out. Not anytime soon, but look forward to them. If you want to hear, you want to wait for those updates, just subscribe. You'll get an update whenever I post a new video out. And I know you hear this from all the YouTubers, but it really does help me get my name out. And I'm not trying to, be a name whore or anything like that, but you definitely check it out. Celiana, the new town that you go into, actually does get a little bit different after you complete certain aspects of the first parts of the storyline. You definitely want to take. I definitely want to take a look at this. I know that I'm talking through this, and I'm trying to rush it as much as possible, just so you can get the full extent. My videos are going to be 45 minutes long every broadcast. Just because it's a live stream, but I'm trying to make it where the videos will be even shorter. When I start making unlive broadcasts, when I start actually making videos for walkthroughs and stuff, I'll try to keep them short, try to keep them sweet. I'll basically categorize them the way they should be. I know that a lot of people don't want to sit there through a 45-minute video, so you can skip through or you can listen to the whole thing. I'm going to be talking, so if you want to hear my voice, if you want to hear what I have to say, stay tuned. It's not a waste of time, I promise you. I just really want to show you the stuff that streams go on further in the future. You'll actually start to see more of gameplay, but I do need to get a little bit further before I can show you the nitty-gritty of the new expansion and the new master ranks. Here's your new kitchen. You got a new chef. She's actually supposedly the master chef who taught the other chef on the other town how to cook. So apparently her meals are a little bit more heartier. I am definitely going to eat her food, not because of anything else other than the fact that I really do need to be prepared when I jump into this expedition. I know it's just an expedition, but the monsters are still very hard, and we will run into a lot of random monsters just like you do expeditions and other ones. So it's I haven't seen this cutscene actually, so I'm letting you guys see it as well. It's my first time. That was a lot more peaceful than I'm used to. I'm used to like the chopping and the cutting and the craziness. They put a little bit more detail in the eating, as you can see. I mean, it still disappears in your mouth before it even goes in, but it's still interesting. They do a lot more work in this game. Very, very, very happy with the amount of work they put into this expansion. I look forward to seeing more of this later on, and seeing how many more things they'll change with the updates. But Iceborne, what you see is what you get. A harder version of what already was Monster Hunter World. And if you weren't satisfied with the difficulty, you will be now, because it is a hell of a lot harder, I promise you. Not exactly a fun time when you play this. Now, I'm going to depart on the expedition now. I've already talked enough your ear off. I want to show you this world. And apparently my control pad doesn't want to work the way I want it to. That might be something they need to fix later on in the patches. I don't know if they will or not. There's 3 camps. I believe I found all of them. There might be an extra one, you know, like the other ones I've had 4, as you can see, or 2. Well, these have 2, but there's one. Yeah, see, Wildspire Waste has 4, and I believe Ancient Forest has 4 as well. Elder's Recess, I only know of 3. Hoarfrost has 3 as well. There might be a secret one. I might find it. They have this new feature where you want to take pictures of cats. Talk to your NPCs. Whenever you see an exclamation mark, you want to talk to them, because talking to them will open up a new opportunity for you to have a new item to use or a new quest that you can do. Always keep in mind that it may not seem like a lot now, but it is useful later. Like, I didn't realize the side quests for the capes, like the health cape, or any of them, like, were that useful until I started getting the harder difficulties, where I'm just like, man, this is really useful. I should have used this a long time ago. I could tell you right now that health cape has saved me so many times, and saved a lot of potions as well. Which, in this game, you run through potions like you run through water. Make sure you're always prepared. If you see a honey, pick it. If you see herb, pick it. You want to gather. Sometimes I go out and I just do gathering quests, just to gather. I run away from all the monsters and just gather, which I probably do here. I might show you an example of how hard these monsters hit with just a fully upgraded Xeno'jiiva armor. Now, there is another boost to the armor as well on top of that. I haven't unlocked it, so I'm talking out of my butt here. It's not exactly 100% fully upgraded, but it's upgraded until you get to that point. As I already mentioned before, I got pretty far, but my hunter's rank only got up to 90. So, as you can see, my original quest giver is gone. I have this the serious one, the serious handler. That's part of the storyline. I don't think that's permanent. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this character. Just kind of just bland. But sometimes bland is good. Sometimes it's awesome. Alright, so let's get to exploring. There's some new minerals, new things that you will find in here. The hot pepper gives you the hot drink automatically, but the hot pepper, if you get so many hot peppers, they'll start to store in your inventory and you'll have to craft them yourself. Like always, if you know the game, you know that as much. So I'm starting off on the first area right here. As you can see, it is just as beautiful as I remember it. Just as beautiful as you remember it. It's a nice place. It's a great scenery. It's snow. Make sure you have hot drinks. Make sure you gather. Look at that. I've never had a Gloam Grass Blood, as you can see, explanation saying that it's a new one. This guy is chasing after me. Oh, he's running. Yeah, I would be running too. You remember that, guys. I fought that sucker. He was the first monster I fought, and he gave me enough problems to last me a lifetime. And then this guy right here gave me problems as well. This is the first monster I hunted for you guys. I guess you didn't really get to see the antler one. I'm correcting myself here. You didn't see this one. He was hard as well. I fought Bambaro. That's his name. And he was very, very difficult to tame. He fights kind of like, if I can open up my thing without getting attacked, I'll show you exactly who. Let's see. How do I open my hunter's notes? Man, it's been so long. Hunter's notes, hunter's notes. There we see him right there. Large monster. I'll probably get attacked while I'm looking at this book. He fights just like... Man, I think I passed him already. Sorry, guys. I'm just going through the motions here. He fights similar to a Barrett, but the biggest issue that I had with him is his wide range of attacks. He does have huge antlers, and he rolls up rocks. Like, he literally rolls up big boulders and attacks you with them. He'll even run into trees and use the surrounding area to attack you. Here's another little monster that they added on here. Just as annoying. Takes forever to kill, as you can see. No normal monster should give you that much problems, but this one does. It's called a Wolg. If you can't read the print, it is pretty small, especially since it's on my streaming screen. This is the one I was talking about earlier. This sucker throws poison at you. The Viper Tobi Kadachi. That's what he's called. I'm sorry I couldn't remember it before, but now you know. He is nothing to play with. His poison attacks poison instantly unless you have protection against them. So make sure that when you go out on these hunts, you're prepared for that. Poison attacks are no joke when it comes to him. Your life decreases way faster than you would if a Pookie actually poisoned you. Which, by the way, they have another variation of the Pookie as well. That's actually supposed to be my next quest, so I'll probably play that in a little while. Probably not on the stream. Like I'm saying, I just want to go over Expedition with you guys and check out the new items that you get that you can mine. You know, you get new bones. Let's see if I got any of the new ones. Thick bone, you get that already. So this one doesn't give you different ones, I believe. Yeah, these are all thick bones. Don't worry, I'm still looking. And while you're looking at it, check out the scenery. It is beautiful. They've really outdone themselves on the scenery. I mean, if you look up in the sky, it's trees, snow, ice. They really kept to the theme in this one, and I'm very happy they did. Oh, I was actually thinking myself that they were missing an ice stage, because if you ever played Monster Hunter Unite, they do have an ice stage. The ice stage didn't have all these monsters on it, but it's a different area, different world, so expect different things. And look, new Linians that I have to worry about. I didn't see these last time, so they're a little bit difficult. They'll probably start attacking me just like the other ones did. I do want to take some pictures of them on my new camera and show you guys what that's all about. I wish I can capture them, because I would totally capture some kitties. Alright, it's called the Surveyor set, and it basically, you take pictures of anything you see, and when you see a paw print, you know you got a good picture. So these are not Linians, they're actually the other ones. I'm trying to remember what the heck they are. If I kill them, I probably figure out which ones they are. And you can look at your request by pressing circle, and it'll tell you what they're looking for. The first request is bug trappers always care carefully of their surrounding the settlements. I wonder if they're just find comfort in detecting their own order, if it's their way of scouting for intruders. So, I mean, these are quests that that comes with the actual camera itself. I don't know what happens when you complete them all. I'll let you guys know later on my further streams. I do play games without streaming, guys, so don't worry. I'll keep you posted on everything that I see. You press square to get rid of it, but that's something that's added on there as well. And I was talking about the cape. It's actually called a Vitality Mantle, so it's something to look forward to as well. There's frozen foliage, where you get some stuff for your points. Points allow you to get different kinds of stuff, and actually allow you to plant crops, which I did accept a quest to increase the amount of crops I can harvest at my town, so that's something to look forward to as well when I complete it, because I always thought there wasn't enough. I mean, it's just not. You just need a whole bunch, especially when you're preparing. I go for flash bugs, for flashbangs. I go for honey. I go for herbs. I go for all sorts of blue mushrooms. All of the stuff that is needed to do it. I've captured this little penguin. It's a little cute thing. You actually can capture these and keep them for your own. which is pretty neat for your room. If you didn't know, you can decorate your room with these animals if you catch them, and boom, just captured one. And they actually now give you the size, which is new. This is new to me. They actually give you the size of what you capture, so there's going to be different variations of sizes from every creature that you ever caught. So if you caught creatures before, they gave you incentive to catch them again, so you can get some bigger sizes. I'm not sure about the reward as far as what they give you for bigger sizes. There might be an achievement for that, and I'll probably try to nab that achievement myself. There's a lot of other achievements that I haven't gotten into, but your achievements fall in line with, let's take a look at my guild card. Oh, it's not allowing me to see my guild card. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I guess they won't show me my guild card when I'm on an expedition. That's fine, guys. I'll explain it later on part 3 if I get to part 3 anytime soon. You can look forward to that. But there's also new flying creatures as well. These guys are annoying. They do shoot ice at you. I'm pretty sure if you saw my last stream, you saw how they were shooting stuff at me and diving down and attacking me while I was fighting it. That gets really, really old really, really fast. So generally how I handle flying creatures is I'll throw a flashbang at them. I have some right now. They call it a flash pod right here. They all fall down, take care of business, and you carve. I haven't carved any of these yet, so this might be a new item, and it might unlock some new armor stuff for me. I think I killed all of them. That was pretty quick. No, I did not kill all of them. Well, that's unfortunate. I'll have to do it again. Oh, they're still flashed. They just got up. Oh, they're so high up. Fall down, guys. There we go. So, we'll take care of these guys real quick. Let's see what kind of cards they give me. I don't know. I haven't hunted them before, so it's something to look forward to. Oh, I guess my cats decided to attack them too. They fly around a lot when you're attacking them. They get knocked around a bit. I'd never had that happen while I was fighting these little creatures before, especially the flying ones, but I guess I've never had to hit them so many times just to kill them. It's seriously a pain in the butt. Their attacks aren't really doing a lot of damage, which thankfully it's not. I don't need any more hassle than I already do. The game's hard enough. We don't need it to be any harder. So I got a new item, the Windrake Fine. I didn't even catch the name of that one. I'll take a look at it later. Let me finish this guy off real quick. Make this guy fall down. He is a pain in the butt to kill if he's not flashbang, but I'm out of flashbangs. Alright. And I got an investigation. Probably to hunt them, who knows. They're kind of random with these investigations they add to your lists. Oh yeah, it was the Cordos Hardclaw. So I'll probably be able to craft some items with that, and some of the higher rank equipment will probably require me to actually farm those. And there's a lot of farming involved when you're doing armor hunting, which is what I usually do. I do a lot of armor hunting. If you look at my chest, I have so much to look out for. I have so many things that I have to do. I was actually working on doing the high rank monsters and actually completing. If I can actually look at my hunters list. Can I look at my... Yeah, I was looking at my hunter's notes. I was completing the research levels while I was actually hunting them down. I believe I got all the way up to Diablos, because I got the high ranks of everything else. So I think I was working on Diablos, and I was about to start on Kirin, and I was going to go down the list and defeat all these monsters to get their armor. Although Kulturoth is a event quest, so I actually took him down several hundred times just to get his armor, and I got the A and the B. Well, no, I haven't finished the B. I still need some rubies from them, but I found out you can actually acquire those through your melding pot. So if you're missing gems and you got some extra tickets, some hunter tickets, you can definitely go and just make yourself some gems instead of having to farm the same hard monster over and over again to get his armor. Although it is worth it if you're actually doing armor and weapons, which I've been trying to get all the armor and weapons. Oh my, and this guy just slipped out of nowhere and is trying to attack me, which is not cool. He sees me. He's probably not going to bother me if I get out of here in time. I'm really trying to get out of the way with those. I don't want to get into a fight with these guys right now. I'm actually trying to show you stuff. But there's a lot of things that you can watch. See, there's a housing of them. Once you try to catch one of them, they all run away. It's actually pretty cute. None of them look particularly large in my eyes, but I'm sure the difference in height has a lot to do with it. So you can see there's different sizes. So, you know, if you're looking for the largest one, I'm sure the largest one would probably be in a group as the alpha if they kept true to the actual monster and creature hunting. Or just, you know, normal creatures. There's always an alpha who's much, much bigger than all of them. And then here's some more of these wolves that look like honey badgers and skunks combined. Those are pretty interesting to fight. They do jump on you, actually. You might have, I might be able to show you them jumping on me and me having to shake them off because they're a pain in the butt. Hopefully I can kill them soon. Yeah, see, there it is. He likes to jump on you. So you gotta tap the buttons and get him off of you because he will deal damage over time. Which, trust me, you don't want that to happen. You don't want to get caught and die while you're in the middle of a hunt from these guys just because they jumped on your back and then, you know, a monster bum rushes you out of nowhere. Which, I'm only saying this from experience. It has happened. It did happen. I got bum rushed while these things were on my back, climbing me like little evil Chuckies. Little honey badger Chuckies. Not fun enough. What? I wish I could, but you can't. You can't capture these, unfortunately. I just mentioned that before. Yeah, you can't capture them. They would be awesome addition to your room, but no, you can't. But you can't catch penguins if you were actually paying attention. Yeah, unfortunately, those are the only ones I saw, the penguins, as far as capturing. There's probably some fish here. I haven't seen any fishing spots, but when I do, I'll probably catch some fish so you guys can take a look. Hopefully I can find a fishing spot within my 45 minutes of time frame. There's a little secret area I haven't been to. It looks like it has... Oh, it looks like it's a Linian fort, which is awesome. I can probably take a good picture of them, and they'll probably complete a quest. Oh, look! I got a frozen bone. That's one of the new little items you get from bone piles. I'm sure I'll be using that as an armor upgrade or a weapon upgrade. Mostly a weapon upgrade because I need some new weapons. I'm really excited. So before, on Monster Hunter World, your rarity only went up to 8, but now that we have the Master Quests, they actually have it where you go up to level 12, which is pretty sweet. I really do like that idea. Let's see if I can get a good picture of them. Apparently I have to center the camera before I take it. You press the R1. If I can get a good picture of them, I'll take one. These are probably the cats I'm trying to look for. I really want a good picture of them. See if I can get closer without any problems. Man, this is pretty difficult. You could take a whole bunch. That's a cute one. They're adorable. If you like kitties, you'll definitely like this game. little thing where now you can mount the creatures that he tames. So, like, if you knew, oh, look at all those penguins. Wow. That's a lot of penguins. Let's take a picture of this. Look at all those penguins. Oh my god, look, see, and like I said, they have the huge ones. Those are the alphas. I don't know if I can get into this area per se. I would love to be able to do that. That would be awesome. So there's a lot more to do in Monster Hunter than just hunt, if you didn't know that. I like to explore and check stuff out. Me and my girlfriend actually do enjoy capturing these little monsters and adding them to our rooms. And this is so cool looking. Oh, I mean, I don't think my net reaches this far. Maybe there's an upgrade later that'll allow me to do that. Oh, the internet's telling me that it's not sufficient enough. Hopefully that just goes away. If you could still hear me, cute penguins, awesomeness. Alright, let's move on. Now that I have a little Fowler, he'll probably help me out for a little while until, you know, I faint. And while I was talking, guys, I completely didn't notice that I was freezing my buns off. Look how fast my energy has drained from just the cold of this area. This is definitely a master rank area. Like, you do have to be extremely prepared in order to actually traverse this area. If you're not paying attention during your hunts, you will fall out just from exhaustion alone, and you won't be able to move. You'll just be exhausted, just like you saw me do earlier. That was pretty cool. I'm very actually happy that I got to see that, and you guys got to witness it with me. It was amazing view. I like animals. Anybody who likes animals probably would hate the thought of a hunting game, but there's a lot more to this. And you know, let's put yourself in these people's position. You know, you got monsters that mess with the ecosystem. You know, you're gonna hunt them, you're gonna observe them. We did the same thing with all our monsters from our age: tigers, lions. We have zoos. You know, so if you have a hard time with this game and you don't like the thought of killing monsters, I mean, you have to understand that this is a different world. It's fantasy. You're not actually killing real animals. I mean, yes, there's a joy in the hunt, but you know, it's not something that you should be taking too much offense to. This game is fun, and while these are, you know, violent kitties, they do not die. They just dig underground when you do enough damage and leave some stuff behind. So don't worry, no kittens were hurt in the making of this game at all. Oh, and they hit hard. Oh, did you guys see that? That was awful. They hit really hard. I did not like that at all. And they have two variations. I'm guessing they do different things depending on the color of their horns on their helmets. Hopefully I can take them out so you can see what they drop. They might drop something rare. This one fell asleep. Alright, I think I took down one of them. Let's check out what they gave me. Oh, they gave me a first aid. So they still give you the same amount that these guys usually give out. There are different variations of them. Obviously, they're prepared for the winter world, so they got their winter outfits on. Oh man, they're very sneaky, and using a big weapon against them is really difficult. You can see, as you can see, no one put me to sleep. So they do have status effects. Righteous. So I'm probably gonna pass out right in front of my streaming. Sorry guys. I'm just sleeping on the job. Scruffles woke me up. Thanks, Scruffles. That was a little violent, but you know, I appreciate the gesture. Scruffles is a lifesaver in this game. I don't know what names you name your cats, but hey, if you're watching, you know, here's something to post about. Tell me, if you have Monster Hunter, what you named your kitty, and you know, maybe have a little storyline backed up with it, and then I'll mention it in my next Monster Hunter video if you're interested. If you've watched the stream this far, I'm 35 minutes in. So far, I've come across some interesting stuff, new stuff that I haven't seen before. Because like I said, this is my first time doing the expedition. I have fought 3 monsters already, hunted them. The first one, unfortunately, I had to kill. I prefer capturing them. It looks like I'm going in a circle. Sorry, guys. There's so much to see. I don't know if falling down would hurt. No. They don't allow you to fall. No fair. And maybe, like, I don't think we've seen any new items on the Meltspar or... and you got the dragon vein stuff too as well. Sometimes you get some rare ones. There's also red ores that give you different stuff altogether. You got the Etolite ore. Oh, some rare ones. You got a pure crystal, which I believe you could already do, and Gracium. So those are some of the new ores that you can actually mine from this game. Pretty interesting stuff. I really am excited to dig deeper into this game. Unfortunately, I'm working on Borderlands and trying to get to True Vault Hunter mode, so you know, I will update you guys later on. I promise that there'll be more content and more information with these games while I stream, but for the most part what I'm going through right now is pretty interesting. Oh look, I could jump down here. Oh, okay, see, that's the new little area that... Oh, yeah. Alright, that's pretty sweet. Sorry, guys. I was actually wondering about that, because I saw that before, and I was wondering if you can actually get up there. And you actually can. So, I am mining while I'm talking and streaming, and for a good reason. Mining is super important in this game. It is your lifeblood to make sure that you mine and gather everything that you see here. Gathering is a big part of Monster Hunter. You want to gather as long as you're playing, and whenever you get a chance to. If you're running after a monster and chasing it down, and you think you can grab something real quick, grab it. You know, you never want to miss out on that, ever. Always try to get as much you can. They do respawn, so it's not like it's going to go away, but here's something to think about. Like, what if you go across a hard monster and you're doing runs and you're trying to do like build your armor or your weapon, and you run out of resources? You know, you can't run back to camp. You gotta basically look for stuff while you're hunting, and that's a big waste of time. You know, and these hunts are timed. If you're not doing an expedition, best believe that you're being timed, and if you run out of time, that's it. You have to start all over. You don't get any of the cards, you don't get any of the drops, and you really want to get those. Those are super important. You don't want to do it, and you will fail a quest. And you do have to put in some kind of effort. I'm wondering if they do it the same way as the other Monster Hunters. I'm not 100% sure. I've made so much money, so I don't really notice it. But I think you have to... Ooh, gotta be careful of that. I get poisoned by that. These are the new variations of the Vespoids as well. Let's see what they drop. Vespoids are hard to get drops from because they sometimes explode from extreme damage. But since these are actually stronger... Look, a Monster Essence. They give you... different variations depending on the difficulty. One's Monster Fluid, one's Monster Extract, and now they drop Monster Essence, which is good. Oh. He's like, oh, that's stinky. That is stinky. I'm sorry, guys. And as you can see, if you deal too much damage, explosion. So it's always good to get the drop when you can. I want to wait this cloud out because I really want this drop, because there's probably another version of it that I really want to get, and hopefully the carve doesn't go away. It did, unfortunately. It did. Let's see if I can shoot it down with... The carve went away. That's so unfortunate. I'm really upset about that. Oh! While I'm messing around, there's Toby Kadachi, the Viper version. Not a good fun fight at all. Like I said before, I ran through so many antidotes with that guy. So many. It's just like one hit poisons every time. Paratoads. He's still following me. Oh. So this is the poison area. You don't get hurt. You don't get hurt from frost damage at all here. That's something that's awesome about it. He's looking at me. He just wants a piece of me. And I got a dragon bone artifact. Apparently he doesn't notice me. He's not violent. That's actually surprising. I thought he would come after me like white on rice, but I guess he just wanted some water. Thank goodness. I really didn't want to fight him. It would have been a perfect example to show you how much damage they do, but I really don't want to get into that right now. Here's another area. Very nice. It's ice crystallines everywhere. Oh, they got some new... Oh, look. Some nice, new stuff to capture. Oh, I really want to use this one. I'm being attacked by these little fluffers. Oh, not enough height. Oh, I can't catch him. I can't reach him. And you can hear the eerie music as he's coming at you. That's unfortunate. I wonder if... I'm pressing the wrong button. Alright, I wonder if I can actually suck them in and bring them to me. That would be pretty cool. See if I can do that. Oh, I have only a limited range. As you can see, the hook does not have much range, but it is super useful if you want to grab onto them real quick. The monsters can basically knock you off of them while you're trying to do that, so you want to be really careful when you use these. Not exactly something you want to use all the time. Let me see if I can grab these. It does little damage if it's the smaller creatures. About as much as my Hadouken does. Yes, I do have an Hadouken from Ryu. I did download that content. Some of the stuff that you download, like I have a pistol one that actually does damage as well. Doesn't do too much to these guys though, but I did use them on the Vespoids on the earlier runs, and it does not kill them. Surprisingly, I can give them a Hadouken and they won't die. Oh, here's that horn guy. It's like the monsters are on full force right now. This monster particularly is very volatile, especially if he's mad at you. It doesn't look like he wants to be occupied with something, either hungry or something like that. When they're hungry, they usually don't bother you too much, unless they're like dragons. Dragons will attack you regardless. They're very territorial. They made that pretty realistic and very, 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 very obvious in this game. If a Rathalos or a Rathian sees you, they're coming for you. Then they got some new variations of deer. These, I believe, are in Monster Hunter Unite, actually. Funny enough. The Antecas, yeah. They're in Monster Hunter Unite, so they brought these back. That's pretty interesting. They do ram you if they feel threatened. You can knock them out with a hammer instead of killing them. And you can basically farm their horn. See, Anteca Antler, got something new. Yeah. So you can't knock them out without killing them if you use the hammer. They'll fall down, and as soon as you carve their horn, they run away. That I know for sure. It's just like you can do it with the other deer and all the other fauna that's in this game. You can knock them out to collect their stuff, and they will run away after you collect it. I haven't knocked anybody out. I'm not a hammer user. I have used a hammer before, and it is pretty nice because I do love big, huge weapon deal, high damage, heavy weapons. It's not a bad. It's not a bad little weapon to use if you like to do some damage and to make them, you know, dizzy, because that's fun always. It looks like an exclamation mark here. I'm not sure from what. You can catch birds, by the way. I haven't tried catching the birds. Those are a little more difficult to find. Ooh, I got a nice little secret area here. Nice little secret area. Maybe there's some fishing involved. Ooh, there is a fishing spot. I see some water. Let's check this out. Oh, it's not letting me fish. Well, that's unfortunate. I might try some fishing later in the game. See if that works out. It doesn't look like I can fish this one, but it does look like a little secret entryway to another area. So anyways, guys, I already took it up so much time, and I don't want to make another hour video of Monster Hunter. There's just so much to explore in here, and so much to talk about. It is definitely a game worth playing. Monster Hunter World in itself was a really good game, so I mean, guys, definitely check it out. Get yourself the game. Try out Monster Hunter World. Beat it. They're selling the Monster Hunter World and the Iceborne as a bundle now, so check it out in game stores. Definitely something worth buying and trying out, guys. So that's the end of my stream. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.